Hello everybody, it's a Monday morning. Welcome to the Quebecer meet. We're out on the turf. It's been raining in the week. There's a penetrometer recorded of around 30, but we are staying on the turf, I'm told, so all is in good order to go ahead with the first race today. It's the first of 8 races, and it is due to run at about 12:30, where in the first, number 3, the Roaring Rock is the 13-10 favourite. Number 6, Darling's Buds of May is at 13-2. 7, Flight Engineer is trading at 8-1, and the 5, American Eagle at 10-1, together with the 4, Away with Red at 10-1, 20-1, and Better About the Balance. Morning, Nino. How are things on your side, and what's the plan in the first?
Good morning, Clyde. Yes, we're going to bank a number 3, the Roaring Rock, Clyde, in the first leg of the bipod. The run behind All the Rage, I think, is good enough to beat this field. Remember that All the Rage came out last week to beat a horse that's highly rated from the Vaughan Marshall stable called Handicap. So that form line should be too strong for this field. Confident selection number 3, the Roaring Rock.
Okay, well, there is the bipod on screen. It's a large field of horses that line up and take up the whole turf track today, as you'll notice. And Nino's bipod comes to 80 Rand. There it is on screen. Remember, our first race on Monday is due at 12:30. On to race number 2 on the card now. This particular event, the second race on the card, we'll have a look at the market. Just a reminder, it's a maiden class field over 1,600 metres, race 2. And number 1, Pyro Edition, very unlucky not to have won its last start, is the even money favourite. Chad Little is now riding that for Jean Nell. 2, Bomber Bay, the second favourite at 19-10. 7-1, the 3, Global Drumbeat. 8-1, the 7, Zambezi Sunset. And 33-1, and Better About the Balance. Had a look at Pyro Edition in his last start. Seems like a very nice horse, Nino. Nicely put together.
Yes, as you said, a little bit unlucky not to win. But, Chad Little's riding very well at the moment. I think he'll get this horse home, Clyde. Look, if he doesn't win, he'll definitely run second. So it's a confident banker in the bipod and the PA. But I think he'll have the beating of this field. I know that he is fancied it, and I think the even money is gone. The last I looked, there was 8-10, so the money has come.
Okay, so solid support for Pyro Edition. Nino saying that the even money has gone as we speak. We'll have a look at race time as to what the situation is, but there's a place accumulator on the screen for everybody to make a note of, or use your camera to scan away and get your PA on. Race 2 runs at 1:05. Right, the third. Let's get on to that now. Maiden plate, 1,400 metres. Note that in this race, I can tell you from a market perspective that Lady Bomb is a 4-1 joint with the 2, Aminato 4-1. And now 3-way favourites, number 3, Bird on a Wing, also at 4-1. 10, Faraway Girls, 11-2. 4, Fantasy Girls, 7-1. 11, Atlantic Pearl, 8-1. 12-1, and Better About the Balance. Being a maiden class field, Lady Bomber comes in as best weighted by a good few pounds, number 1 on the card. And the 2, Aminato, second best. And Aminato is a good few pounds ahead of number 3, Bird on a Wing, who's the third choice in the weighted column. Nino, what do you make of the race?
Yeah, I think those are the right 3, but I've got preference for numbers 2 and 3. Now, Aminato, I've been waiting for this horse to come on the turf. He absolutely hated the poly in his last 2 runs. My only concern is the 10 draw. So I have banked number 3, Bird on the Wing, who is related, by the way, to Double Grand Slam on the mother's side by Princess Peach. So she's gonna appreciate the 1,400. Drawn 6 with Craig Zaki. That's my PA banker, but I do make Aminato the nearest danger. As I said, the draw is a bit of a concern, and then obviously Lady Bomber, but. Those are the 3, but I'm in the camp of 2 and 3 here, Clyde.
Okay, interesting. Aminato on the Highveld was with Sean Terry, and Bird on the Wing was with The Glen Cotton stable is now with Gavin Smith. And let's see how she does on the turf. This is the swinger recommended from Nino's perspective. He's recommending 2 and 3, Aminato and Bird on a wing to finish in the top 3. All right, so those maiden plates are behind us. Now we're getting to the handicaps and level the playing fields. This is the handicap at the 66 level. Over 1,400 metres, should run at 2:15. Not an easy race, this. And Betway's market this morning at number 5 above the Horizon at the 5-2 favourite. 6 Dumasani is 9-2. 12 Chronicles of Narnia, 6-1. 2 Globe Tonic trading around 10-1 with a 4 Golden Grey and the 7 Potent Captain all 10-1. And the 10 Mr. Whistle 10-1. They bet 12-1 and better about the balance. Okay, Nina, let's have a look at the fourth on the card. It is the start of the jackpot in this particular event. And well, Sharon Cotson's got the horse above the Horizon in here. We'll get your opinion on the horse. And what do you like otherwise?
Yeah, well, Clyde, above the Horizon is a 3-year-old improving, and even though he hasn't won on the turf, both his wins have come on the poly. His turf runs have not been bad. He's a horse to beat. From a 4 draw with a Lume Coxer up. And the only other horse I like is number 12, Chronicles of Narnia. Those are the 2 horses I like. I depend on those 2 in my exotics. Further than that, you have to look at Globe Tonic. And Dumasani jumped from an awkward draw, and I thought he would like it a bit further. The 1,400 and the draw is a bit of a concern for me with Dumasani. So I like 5 and 12.
Okay, the 12 Chronicles of Narnia. She loves this course and distance, trading at around 6-1. Does have an open look to it, but Nino is narrowing them down. This is a look at the jackpot. Race 5 is a handicap at the 86. They're going 2,000 metres if we're still on the turf at this stage. And it runs around 20-3. This morning, number 1, Peace in Our World, was top of the boards at 19-10. But Nina, I think this is all going to change the betting. Number 2, Give Me More Time, 3-1. 3, Makachev is at 11-2. 6, Jack in the Green is trading at 7-1 together with the 5 on the card. And then they got 14-1 and better about the balance. I don't know what you make of it, but I thought an open race, and I don't know if Peace in Our World's going to start favourite, to be honest. I think it's more open than that.
Well, Clyde, he opened 16-1 or 14-1, and he's been backed all the way down to whatever price you mentioned. The last I saw was 5-2. Now you're telling me 19-10. I don't know whose money it is. You got to respect the money, but he wasn't in my first 4 selection. I don't like it, and but it's an open race. I've got a bit of a concern here with the jockey bookings. I would have made Give Me More Time a hard horse to beat. He's got most of this field beat. But I don't know Savannah Valjoa is going to be able to handle this horse. And she's won 2 races, both up the straight. Hopefully she can handle the horse. It's going to be a big runner. I suggest go to the field, Clyde, because I like a horse called Anatolian Silver here at a nice price. I thought Jack in the Green could be a danger. And nothing else matters with the lightweight. But I suppose you got to respect the money. And like I said, I don't know whose money that is. If it's stable money or not, I have no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea they were backing Peace in Our World like that from 14 or 16-1. Yeah, this morning 19-10. So that's very interesting about number 1, Peace in Our World. The horse Nino likes, number 7, Anatolian Silver, currently trading at 14-1 as we take the second jackpot. Race 6 is 3:25. It's a handicap and it's at the 96. They'll stay up the straight. It's a 1,200 metre race, this. And number 3, USA's Hope, is top of the boards at 7-2. Together with the 5, Dubai Hills, 7-2, the pair. 8, Ayalia Kul is at 5-1. 6, Forest Spy, 6-1. 7, Slabani is at 8-1. 10, Speed Racer, you can get a bit of 10-1. 10-1, number 1, Gimmy's Laddie. There might be a bit of value in that. I'm not sure Nina will tell us more. 14-1 and better about the balance. I don't know if you've spoken to Sturgio at all about Ayala Yakul, Nino. What's he say? Or you've caught up with him?
No, no, I haven't spoken to him. No, we are still very good friends. But the jockey on the horse hasn't won a race yet. It's a massive concern for me. So I'm looking elsewhere, and I'm very strong with the horse called USA's Hope here. I think she's going to run a massive race here today over the 1200. And Kimmy's Lady, his value at, I can't believe the price of 10 to 1 on Kimmy's Lady that absolutely loves the 1200 up the Fairview Straight, Clyde. So, and then I respect number 5, Dubai Hills, if she can bring the polyform to the turf. And obviously, Forest Fire is in with a chance. Those are the 4 for me, but I'm quite strong in the camp of number 3, USA's Hope.
Okay, USA's Hope, Craig Zaki on board for the Gavin Smith stable, may well be the one to beat. We've got a couple of quotes from trainers here through Hollywood Racing, smashing Alan Greef's runner. He says, she's holding her form nicely. She's won once, finished second once, and third twice from starts on this track. She's working well with Simanga Khumalo in the saddle, and she's expected to be a big runner. So Alan Greef rating smashing very much alive. And then Gavin Smith says that Highs and High Fives returns from a 10-week break, but is very well in herself. She won her penultimate outing over this course and distance. She's the right type of race for her, and Craig Zaki steps back into the saddle, and that they're expecting her to run a good race. She certainly has an each-way chance. That's the latest from the trainers with regards to this particular event. I can tell you that Betway this morning I got one smashing 3 to 1, and the 7 Hugs and Fives at 10 to 1 in what appears to be a challenging race.
Yes, it is a challenging race, and people need to load up. I'll just make a few comments here. I think Smashing is going to be competitive. What price did you say Smashing is? 3 to 1.
Yeah, 3 to 1. 3 to 1 at the moment.
Yes, okay. Hugs and High Five is going to love coming back to the turf. As you can see, his last run on the poly, you can put a line through it. The run before that, over course and distance at 1. But I am looking here. Have a look at number 5, Free Will. Now, 3 runs back, she ran 0.3 lengths behind Smashing, and now she's 2 kilos better off. And that horse is sitting in a betting at about 16 to 1. I really believe that price is wrong, and this could be the value horse in the race. Number 5, Free Will, and those are my 3 selections, 1, 5, and 7.
Okay, well, there's an interesting runner, Free World from the, was it Duncan McKenzie stable, who's currently trading at 16 to 1. There's a winner, Sharapova, come from that form line and 1. So there's something to talk about. Nino does fancy that and recommending that you take the swingers boxed as per what's on screen. So one more look at Quebec Fairview today, and this is a handicap at the 66 level. Update on the market for the 8th and final race from Betway. 3 Danish Dynamite 28 to 10, 2 Buffalo Bills 7 to 2, 9 to 2 about the 4 Munchkin. Let's talk about the 2 lightly raised horses. I mean, I thought Buffalo Bill, the manner in which he won his maiden, was quite impressive. I thought he might have more to come. And this was Danish Dynamite. She won quite impressively too. I mean, she absolutely murdered her field when she bumped them. Not that long ago, and I would imagine the 2 of them are the horses rated to beat, or how do you see it?
Yeah, definitely. They young, up-and-coming horses. Buffalo Bill won over course and distance, very impressive. I don't think the form has been franked beyond Star of Alina, and Focal Point, I don't think has run again. I'm not sure about the form lines. Danish Dynamite won on the poly over 1200, absolutely pulverized the field. And Sylvan Mistress, I do believe, franked that form. I think she came out to win a race, if I'm not mistaken. So you've got you basically got the 2 young up-and-coming horses against the two hard knockers. The two hard knockers are number 4 Munchkin and number 5 Ragged Ruin. So I believe between those four we should be okay. Let's see how the youngsters go today against these two hard knockers, and if they do pull through, then they can be something special for the future. I think they're going to have they got a bit of a race on their hands with numbers 4 and 5, but I've put all four in the PA 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And that's the way you're suggesting we take the trifecta as well. Boxing 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, Buffalo Bill, you're right. The focal point hasn't really worked out just yet. You're quite correct. The Danish Dynamite, though, you're right. Silver Mistress did come out and win. Well, let's see what they can do. They're just recent maiden winners. We'll see how they cope against the hard knockers, as Nino calls them. Thanks, everybody, for watching Monday Meeting. No racing Tuesday. We'll be back throughout the course of the week. On Wednesday, we're racing KwaZulu-Natal and back on the Highveld on Thursday. Have a pleasant day.